Hello, and welcome to the channel. Like, comment, subscribe. If you are new here, we're going to do a general messages. Just I'm gonna pull cards, channel, see what comes through from your angels, your ancestors, your guides, and my piece is your piece. So I'm just here to give you a little bit of clarity. If you hear something you don't like, please only take what resonates or just click out the video, find a different reader. I'm here to channel for my soul tribe. Very pleased to meet you. If you feel that these resonate, I have more down below if you want to check out more of my content. And again, like, comment, subscribe. You can chat with me in the live chat. Also, I do live readings, general donation-based readings. So you can leave any question in the chat, make your donation, and I will get to you in between piles. What else? Pick a card readings are for clarity of what your intuition is already telling you. This is not for answers. So like I said, again, only take what resonates. Today I'm going to do 4 piles. The timestamps are not up to date in the description. So as soon as this video is over, I will update them. Please know that if you're here to share this video, like this video, comment, subscribe, know that energy, that positive energy comes right back to you. Even if you just want to chat with me casually in the chat there, just know that energy comes back to you tenfold. So I appreciate you being here. I'm very excited to channel for you. But if you're here to send evil eye and you're here to be negative, just know that energy only affects you. It does not affect me or my channel or my viewers. So pile 1 is this Angel Aura Quartz. Pile 2 is Jade, this Jade Stone. Pile 3 is the Peach Core, sorry. And pile 4 is this Rainbow Aura Quartz. So if you are not watching with me live, you can jump straight down to the description or pause this video if you need a little bit more time to select your pile. And we shall get started. All right, pile 1. And again, these will be general messages. I do take my time to shuffle, so go ahead and skip forward if you do not care for the shuffling bits. So spirit, angels, ancestors, and guides, what would be some general messages, any guidance, clarity, information that would be valuable at this time? Thank you for your support, for your clarity, for your guidance. For pile number 1. Cards are not wanting to talk. All right, there we go. Someone plays the lottery. I'm hearing Mega Millions. Pile 1, beware of doing things you don't want to do at this time. Make sure you're doing what feeds you, what makes you happy. Just know that if you are coercing yourself into things, you are making yourself susceptible to being coerced into things by other people. You're normalizing that, so it starts with yourself. This may have to do with a mother. Your mother could be a fire sign. So beware of coercion. Maybe you're working towards independence, pile 1. Self-reliance, something like this. And I'm being stressed to tell you that it does get better with time. That might be hard to hear at this time, but things are going to improve, pile 1. It's important that you really value your time, like we were talking about, not giving into coercion, especially from yourself or outside forces. Maybe there was like a deal made or a promise that was made to keep some sort of secret. And Spirit is saying, don't be impatient with the outcome. So only take what applies. This feels a little specific, to be honest. Also, it's okay to take time to arrange your thoughts. Like if your thoughts feel like cluttered at this time, take up space to simplify. And sometimes that can be I almost said creative. That can be a creative process. So maybe make a mood board with some of those thoughts. Do something that's kind of chaotic and maybe artsy to combat the feeling of overwhelm. So you're just saying justify your thoughts. Like maybe you're overwhelmed with so much of them that it makes you just overcomplicate things. So validate, justify. Also, I'm hearing return to sender. I want to say there is like a feminine, maybe a toxic feminine involved. And I'm hearing friend worship, so you're putting this friend on a pedestal. This could be a female. Maybe they mother you, or this could be a mother, or you could be a mother. Take it how it applies. Someone's going to see a surgeon soon. Yeah. There's some friendships that maybe you've taken a little too much time. Spirit is saying, like, they've told you before you've had the signs, you knew it was time to go, but maybe you did not heed the call right away, pile 1. So trigger warning, if this is not your reading, peace. But there's a friend and friendship situation. Sorry, maybe you didn't heed the call, but I think that taught you what it feels like to remain in a situation that isn't serving you. You had to change direction, or this is the advice. And when you did that, or when you do this, you're going to rise up out of a situation with so much clarity and insight. And I think this is going to make you very attractive to a new friend. And I'm seeing a singular friend. I heard a replacement friend. So, I want to say you're coming out of a lot of emotional chaos, but with my favorite thing to say is with high emotion comes high intuition, also high intensity. So make the most of it. That's why it's like, get creative, channel some of these thoughts and feelings into something. It will serve a higher purpose. So we also have this nectar card sitting out. It's like, squeeze the nectar out of the situation. It's like the thing that it binds you to what's going to serve a purpose, rather than either giving into limitation or compromise. So squeeze the nectar out of this situation. And I keep hearing return to sender, like, if this is a mother figure you're dealing with, it's a time to, or you are mother, it's like, protect your seed, your egg, your home, your self. So there's something that needs protection at this time. If this is you, this mother figure, you're coming out of like self-deprecation, talking to yourself in a derogatory way, or allowing other people to do this, coercion, seeing yourself as something that you're not. If you are this mother, you actually have a lot more high value, and Spirit has asked you to embody this. And embodiment requires surrender. You can't prove anything to anyone. You can't earn anything, own anything. When we pass, a mother knows, like, when you give birth to something, you already have set your intention when you're, in the gestation period. Whoever you are at that point in time is essentially what you give birth to. So you already have a lot of control over the situation. So now you just have to embody. You're already doing it, Spirit is saying. But there is a lot of high intense emotion right now, maybe because you stayed in a situation for too long. And it's okay to get to that point, as long as you know how to embody this courage and confidence that's needed. With the changing of the seasons, you may feel a little impulsive and or stubborn. I want to say both. So you go to extremes. One extreme is impulsivity, and the other extreme is stubbornness. So I want to say, trust that you're very attractive at this time. Be a little bit more reliant on your intuition, rather than be fueled by the stubbornness or the chaos, whatever you're dealing with, the strife, the competition at hand. Instead of being fueled by competition, or I'm hearing fight or flight. So instead of being fueled by impulsivity, use this Cancer season to hone your emotions, I want to say. And that will give you the intuition to channel your fire, because I think you're like a fire sign. Channel your fire into yourself. And Spirit is saying, this stubbornness, this natural stubbornness that you have, like, mothers are very protective and very stubborn, right? So this stubbornness that you have, it can be used to hone a little bit more patience as well. And they're like, I know that you're making a transition towards something else. We know that you're gaining a lot of clarity during this time, coming out of maybe a difficult cycle, but it's not a good time to rush into anything. Just take your time. Planning, building, preparing the nest, squeezing the nectar out of the situation, squeeze the lesson out of it. Prepare for some new relationships. Like you're doing an emotional clearing for some new relationships. This could be actually a child, having a child. What else? Pile 1. Spirit says you're making it easy on yourself for the next phase. You're making it easy on yourself. So don't hurry. There's no hurry. Embody. That's it. It's very simple. I want to say too, you're very attractive at this time. So you may have people reaching out, letting you know how they view you, how they feel about you. Regrets, I'm hearing. Regrets. Also want to say, be authentic about how you feel. It's safe to be vulnerable with your feelings, rather than channeling it into competitiveness or anger. That is stemming from the stubbornness and the impulsivity. Like, sit with your feelings. On the bottom of that deck was appreciate your emotions. There's a butterfly that went past my window, which for me symbolizes transformation. So I want to say you have transformed into a lot more confidence. But don't let the ego get in the way. I want to say you're still healing. So we have back to what you love. Your current situation is giving you an opportunity to reevaluate what you want. And I'm hearing stressful situations. So we have harmony. As I create, I will share harmony divine with love and care. And it's time to take action. New moon in Aries. So I want to say this new moon will give you the energy to accomplish whatever you're trying to accomplish. So in the meantime, I'm hearing hone your skills, protect the nest, get back to what you love, maybe participate in some creative hobbies. And if you feel especially that you're in a moment of chaos or conflict, especially if this is with someone, the best way to reclaim harmony in a situation is to show up authentically, fully, because the embodiment of harmony in the present moment is what affirms to the universe that you know who you are, you know what you're deserving of, you know what type of journey you're on. And sometimes that does require solace or, self-reflection. So don't be too stubborn to do the simple, tedious, daily self-care things, You are ending a really difficult cycle, and give yourself a little more credit. I want to say it's okay to be stubborn, but use that stubbornness to be diligent and take your time building something. But you are currently changing directions. I hope that makes sense, and I hope that was helpful. Maybe let's get a few more confirmations, advice from Spirit. They just keep saying take yourself seriously. So yeah, I think that you may be stubborn because you were dealing with someone who was a charmer, dishonest. Maybe they made you compete for something. They put you in a situation where you had to compete. And I think maybe this situation has a lot to do with, if this isn't current, it's like memories. You're working through some memories of dealing with people that were not genuine. They portrayed something that was just not the truth. So that's why Spirit is saying this change of direction is going to lead you to people in relationships and situations that are very trustworthy. Make sure you're mothering yourself. Maybe you're naturally a very mothering person, especially if these are past situations that are coming up. But if you're dealing with someone who is stubborn and maybe makes you compete, it's time to face that situation for what it is. Take action, take whatever action you need to reclaim the harmony in your life and really refocus on yourself, on your projects, on the things that you really want, especially if this has to do with your finances. Like, refocus on your finances, refocus on the things that bring you stability, make you happy, nurture yourself. So is this really what you want, to be loved poorly or purely? Do you want to compete for love, or do you want it to be a mutual thing, where our egos aren't getting in the way? So yeah, don't waste your time in anything that makes you feel not like yourself, I want to say. So think of a question, and you can pause this video, pile 1, if you need more time. Think of any question at all. It can be unrelated. Hold that question in your mind. Take a deep breath. Your answer is no, and the answer is no because your emotions are out of whack right now. So mother yourself, because there's some sort of pleasure that can be achieved within the situation, but maybe you either have too many options, this person has too many options, there's too many factors at play. You could be reaching for the wrong option. You might be headed in the wrong direction, all because you have yet to hone these emotions that you have just yet. So the answer is no. Come out of illusion right now. You might be in some heavy illusion. Reclaim this harmony by getting back to what you love. Take action on a hobby. Isolate if that's what you need. And work on embodiment, pile 1. That's the advice. So I'm going to hop up out of this energy. I hope that this was helpful. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, if you need more advice, just pick another pile, or you can hop down to the description and select another reading. Thank you very much for being here. I don't know the song, pile 1, if you're still listening while I clean up. I don't know the song title, but it's a song by Chloe and Halle, and I think it's on their new album, and she's saying like, I don't want to sing it, but it's like, I told you not to love me, don't make it harder on me. I think it might be called that, actually, so give that a listen. Give it a listen. All right, let's move on to pile 2. All right, pile 2, welcome. You guys chose the jade stone. Also, I am going to shuffle on camera, so if that is tiresome or bores you, you can skip ahead a few seconds. So let's get into it. Some general messages from your angels, ancestors, guides. So let's thank them for being here. Thank them for pouring some information into this reading. Pile 2, I'm here to remind you that bettering yourself goes a long way. It's a very important investment. So Spirit is saying don't shame yourself for making that investment. I'm hearing Brooklyn. Someone is from Brooklyn. Only take it if it resonates. I just keep hearing over and over again, is Brooklyn in the house? Make sure you are unlearning, addressing, observing any patriarchal thinking that's happening around you, within you. Things like this. I don't think it's you necessarily. So that's what I'm saying. Like, just, be on the lookout. I'm hearing unwiring and rewiring. I also want to say, be careful who you give advice to. It sounds like it's like a partner or a friend, really close friend, but they're going to use that advice to excuse their behavior. So they're not using it. Don't let nobody take you out of context. Pile 2. And if they do, don't, like I said, just don't give in to the nonsense. That is a specific message for someone that probably won't apply to everybody. I'm hearing a disingenuine connection. So if that happens to you, just know that is a red flag. Like, they're not taking accountability. Pile 2. So maybe you're dealing with a masculine that operates out of their toxic masculinity. I heard the chaos ensues, but we don't get into it. Let's see what's going on here. So pile 2, y'all young, beautiful, like, you know what it is. Like, you are the maiden. You are very sensual and pure and Like, I want to say you on your glow. You're just like a young person. I'm thinking I'm talking to my ladies. I'm talking to my feminines. And you are going through some karmic shifts that are going to bring you so much mental freedom. And I want to say that maybe you lost a lot. Like, you went through a period where you kind of lost a lot of things, but it brought you motivation. And so Spirit is like, karmically, yes, that was to help you free yourself, specifically your mind, and to remember that you're young. You are full of youth, vitality, and to make the most of your situation. So Spirit is reminding you to have some faith, to trust in the shifts in your karma. And like, karma doesn't have to be a bad thing. And in this situation, it's definitely taking you to a better place in life. So maybe you had to do some healing work. Whatever your Lilith placement is, you were doing some healing around that. It could also just be like dark feminine energy. I've tend to notice that like it's giving very much not to like say, because like as we age, especially as women, here we go, welcome to my TED Talk. As we age as women, I think that especially older women fall into that crone projection, which obviously we are anything we want to be. We're multi-dimensional beings, but because of our physical aging, women tend to get categorized as the crone, who is seen as like unsexy or like a witch or whatever. But unfortunately, there are people, energies who operate on a certain level. It's giving the witch of the it's from this one anime. I can't remember her name, but anyway, so it's like there's these there are archetypes out there and people out there who will play that Snow White and the evil queen role, or the Sleeping Beauty and the evil Maleficent role. So out of pure envy for beauty, vitality, things like this. So maybe you were dealing with these types of archetypes in your life, and these archetypes don't just show up in older women. That's another thing I want to stress too. Women in general. So you are a young woman on a path, and you're learning to maybe free yourself of certain things, obligations, and also navigating fear, your own fears, people's projections, and evil eye as well. So just know that through storms, through chaos, you have to remember, even if there's trees that are torn down through a storm, things are still being watered. You know, if that tree fell, maybe it was time for something new to grow in its place. So I think that this is something that you're starting to understand. I want to say this is deeply affecting your relationships with the opposite sex. So if you are feminine, you don't have to be. Everyone has feminine energy. You are calling in love. Wait. So yeah, I want to say this is also building up your confidence in your independence and your femininity at this time. So the love that you attract from here on out, now that this storm has passed, you might be in the midst of it and you're learning to free yourself. You will receive justice when it comes to the offers and the opportunities that you get. So it doesn't have to just be love. But I want to say you're learning to fight for justice either way. So it's like whether it manifests or not, that's not really important. It's more so about having the integrity, the independence, the self-reliance, and I want to say like the belief in attraction, believing that life, or that like attracts attracts like, keep wanting to say life. that life maybe is worth the trials and tribulations, the healing as well, the clearing of the storm. It's like worth all those things. And the justice is receiving something of value because you know your own value. So that journey in itself is a gift, I want to say. So maybe this is something you're learning, or this is the advice. So what this journey is teaching you is where your values lie. And we are programmed as women to value certain things along the way. And it's you as an individual who decides whether those things are actually applicable to your situation. So I think Spirit has shown you a lot of red flags about, I'm hearing demeaning situations in people. And so this is changing. I want to say your values are changing as a person. And this is why when love or opportunity arises, especially after a storm, it's almost like you've changed your perspective a little, you've grown a bit as a person, and so you start to see the value in different things than maybe you hadn't before, especially changing from the child to the maiden. It's like you're growing up, and maturing, but still maintaining your sense of wonder, I want to say. And through that process of discovering what is important to you, I think that maybe you will, or you have obviously ran into things that you thought were going to bring you fulfillment and you thought would be your wish fulfillment, your wish come true, but actually gave you a feeling of defeat. Or maybe if this was like love, you were juggled, or you were met with deception. So that is the saying, everything that glitters isn't always gold, right? So Spirit is showing you how to read these red flags and also pick yourself up after maybe getting something that you thought would be a reward but ended up being deceitful or misleading or difficult. So I want to say you're really learning how to pick yourself up and change your value. Change your sense of what is really valuable to me. So keep reading into those red flags. But just know that you're very attractive as a young, beautiful woman. I think I'm talking to a young woman. And so whatever heartbreak that you're going through, it's like very cliche, but sometimes you gotta break down to break through, okay? So just know that you are off onto a new journey, and if not, this is the advice, or this is what's to come. You're improving your strength. You're doing a lot of self-reflection work. You're very, very attractive. So it's like maybe before you loved gold, you were told like gold is the best type of jewelry. It's amazing. It's worth so much. You can, you can exchange it for this amount of money. But then you grew up and you're like, actually, I really love rubies. Gold never did it for me. I was told that I should love gold, but rubies, that's where it's at. So that's the type of journey that you're on. And I want to say that this is teaching you, like, not everybody's wants, desires, needs are the same. And that means that you have to really detach from other people's expectations, detach from your current situation, and really move along your journey with a lot of more unconditional love towards other people, towards yourself, and to release expectation. One thing that is certain is that you're very magnetic, and It's okay to have reached out for something, especially if it, like, say it was the gold and you got the gold and you had to learn some difficult lessons to get to the gold. It's okay to have gone through that journey to learn what you know now, gone through the storm, to have gone through heartbreak or defeat, right? This is all to teach you on your path of womanhood how to attract, how to see the value, your sense of value in a situation. Strength, it's also teaching you strength. And I want to say not to be juggled or misled by something that's not actually gold. You know, maybe you like rubies. I want to say also spend time by like some water, a lake. If it rains, collect some rainwater, take a bath with it, get creative. I want to say you're also preparing for new opportunities. So get hype, keep doing the self-reflection work, keep looking in the mirror, keep taking action. Of course, embodiment, like pile one, I was stressing embodiment, but above all things, because you're very attractive. You're very, very attractive. I can't stress that enough. So you can have what you want, but I think you're going to have to let go of a lot of things and detach to get there, because it's been a long journey. You've been through a lot. So, you know, you don't need the heavy baggage. You don't need the heavy baggage. I feel like I'm speaking to a friend, speaking to a sister. I'm hearing initiation process. So this is like some sort of like womanhood initiation, discovering true value. Maybe work with Aphrodite. And everybody says she's like the goddess of, you know, the superficial, but I think that she's important in learning true value as well. True value within that, or Oshun or Yemaye, any of those. So keep freeing your mind. If you're doubting your journey, if it's not joy, it's not sustainable, right? Don't doubt. Be happy. Be happy about the storm that you've weathered, because you are going to have justice. And I think that you're just trying to define what type of justice you want. Do you want gold or do you want a ruby? You know what I'm trying to say here? Okay? And whatever it is, you can attract it. So we have confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo. So this new moon is going to be important for everybody. Trust. I am safe. I am secure. In love I trust. My faith endures. And demonstrate love. Find out what is important to the people you love and act on it. So I'm also hearing breaking the rules is inevitable. Breaking the rules is inevitable. And I think that applies to love. So whatever your situation is, I think that applies to if you have this new offer coming in. Obviously, it doesn't have to be love. It could be an opportunity. So make sure that your actions are a reflection of your trust in spirit, your trust in your own security after weathering a difficult storm. Your actions are a reflection of the confidence that you have that you can be a success, you can have justice, that you can be a child again, you can let go of whatever's happened, that you can rewrite your narratives, all that jazz. So even if you feel young, you know, young at heart, you can trust yourself in the situation. And Spirit is just letting you know, do your little money spells, money's on its way to you. So call it in. Your prosperity looking good. Use your money herbs, your money oils, all that as well. Pile 2. So think of a question, and the fact that you're the jade stone, get a jade stone, you are the magic, but these are some things that can help you increase your self-confidence, things like this. Think of a question. It can be unrelated or it can be related to this reading. Pause the video if you need more time. Take a deep breath. The answer is no. And it's because there's some lack of faith happening. So make sure that you trust what's happening. Know that you're safe. Affirm to yourself that you are safe, especially when it comes to finances and things like this. So believe in yourself, pile 2. I'm going to leave you here. And thank you for being here. I feel like you're the homie. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, especially if you like this message. And I'm going to move on to pile 3. Thank you very much for being here. Pile 3, we have the peach core. I will be shuffling live, so make sure if that is not something you want to watch or be patient for, you can just skip ahead a few seconds. Calling in your guides, my guides, for some clear messages, clarity, guidance. See what comes through generally. My desk is getting a little cluttered, so let me I'm hearing personal responsibility, pile 3. Take it if it resonates. I don't know. I just heard that simply. Make sure you're spending time offline. You are doing a lot of like healing, inner journeying. You're like my meditators, my Piscean people, Cancers, water signs. I'm hearing earth sign people, Neptunian people, all that. So make sure you're spending a lot of time off of social media, because there's just a lot of distractions, and you're in a high connectivity right now with spirit. So if you want to benefit from it, really cut out the distractions as much as you can. Pile 3, your partnerships are improving through whatever you're learning about yourself at this time. Someone's gaining more attention. I'm hearing self-priority. Okay. So, pile 3, this hasn't happened to me in a while, but you guys are seeing your exes in your dreams, or someone you were dealing with quite recently. It doesn't have to be an ex, it doesn't have to be romantic, but you guys are the ones seeing somebody who was flighty or inconsistent, manipulative. I'm hearing you're seeing this person in your dreams. If not, you're just thinking about them a lot, having synchronicities around the situation, and spirit is trying to pull you out of the memories. If it's happening in your dreams, make sure you're interpreting those and trying to flip the script. Like, what was the lesson of the dream? What was happening? Why would spirit, bring this person up from your subconscious mind? And what limiting beliefs did this person operate out of that you can learn from and remember your abundant mindset, right? And reiterate your abundant mindset to yourself, because I'm seeing that you're raising up your consciousness. I was going to say this because I saw this agape and then on the bottom of this I'm hearing inconsistent lover. So this is love related. Then we have the lover. So alignment is really important. Maybe do some candle work to cut a cord or to heal any lack mindsets. I'm seeing that this person was very ingenuine, very inconsistent, and operated out of a lack mindset. So if this is not your pile, deuces. If this is your pile, let's keep going. So we have the shaman. That's why I'm talking about your dreams. The shaman is probably one of the coolest cards. Like, I think the beauty is that we're all, to some degree, mystical, magical, have shamanic ability. And I think especially people in power have the ability to understand the subconscious mind, the shadows of life, things like this. So maybe get a book, study yourself, study symbolism, the subconscious at this time, because you are increasing your Christ consciousness, your peaceful mindset, right? Forgiveness, you're doing forgiveness work at this time to remove some of these memories so you can tap back into an energy of abundance rather than lack. And the internet will feed your lack programs if you're not consistent with the right people, or sometimes there's things, even if you follow great people, you can get lost in the sauce. There's things that pop up, right? And there's just a lot of things happening in the world right now at this time that can throw you off balance pretty easily. So right now you're doing a cleansing of your subconscious mind or unconscious mind. You're meeting some I'm also hearing greedy behavior. So if this is you, you're cleansing that. But if this was a person that you're dealing with, you're seeing them in your dreams, you're thinking about them a lot, they are also thinking about you. but Spirit is letting this be known to you, so you can balance yourself out. And it's because I'm hearing return to sender. So there's going to be a switch that's flipped, and you'll just notice that you're more optimistic once you've done that shamanic journeying within yourself. So I want to say there's an offer coming in for you that's going to make you very, very happy emotionally as well. I think it's going to be an opportunity to get grounded, and it's going to be an opportunity to be vulnerable. I heard get noticed. So this is what you're preparing for. That's why Spirit's letting this old energy back in, because I want to say they're just trying to remind you of how abundant or loving or open, vulnerable you can be, intuitive. So if you feel that this change is coming, Spirit's like, yes, this is your confirmation. Yes, it is. That opportunity, it's yours. So get grounded in your optimism, your Christ consciousness, your peaceful thinking, your everything will go well, your do-gooder energy. You will reap the benefits of that. You will be offered something of value. So get into it, get into all that energy. Soak it up at this time. So Cancer season, you will be receiving some sort of information, gift, and it might be just simply feeling more aligned after especially being deceived. Just know that you are a warrior, Pile 3. You guys are, we have the shaman and the warrior. So the energy work that you're doing on yourself or for other people, or the intuition that you have, your crown chakra, the knowledge that you have, the creativity that you have, it is all very important to you and to your journey and who you are as a person. Just know that your ambition at this time is increasing. You're going to be moving through some fears to balance your feminine and masculine energy. This is going to make it very, very easy for you to take action at this time. So if it's an opportunity, don't worry, because the healing work that you're doing, the subconscious balancing that you're doing is going to make you show up in such a pretty, pretty energy. Okay, this is the sun and the moon. So if you were worried about your ambition or a new project, you are going to be so guided by Spirit. Your chakra is so aligned at this point. Oh, hi Jaylee, what's up? That you're going to be very happy to be showing up, to be consistent. So if this is within love, if I'm thinking this is like a money making opportunity though, you're going to feel balanced. So it's just a really pretty energy. So if you're seeing rainbows, if you're seeing snakes, there's 2 snakes here. So just know too, like, opposition is an opportunity. Okay. These snakes, I'm hearing that lyric from Tyler the Creator, snakes in the grass but I walk. So yes, I'm almost done with this reading. Go ahead and make your donation, and then we can get into it right after this. So Spirit is just affirming to you that everything is going to work in your favor. They're like, I know this person was a creep, or this person was deceitful. We know. But what did you learn? What clarity do you have now? And how can you release any lack programs? And I think it's obviously to increase your discernment, but remember that it's okay if someone's not ready for the type of commitment or the type of work that you're willing to put into a situation. That doesn't take from your warrior spirit. It's not good to indulge in worry. Sorry. So hearing no temporarily, having to say no to a person, having to decline an offer temporarily does not mean that you won't achieve your abundance, your balance, your success in the end. Doesn't mean that at all. So let's get some oracle cards and then we'll start wrapping this up. Pile 3. And Spirit is stressing, please stay off the internet. Like, you might see something you don't want to see. Again, we have joy on the bottom. Your intuition is really, really high at this time. So if Spirit is telling you that everything's going to be okay and it's going to work out in your favor, your commitment is being tested. So do you believe your intuition or do you believe the confusion? So Uranus energy, I did say Neptunian energy, but Uranus energy looks like practically the same thing. So we have be supportive, make a genuine effort to show that you care. So maybe you dealt with people who were not willing to show that they cared, they were not supportive. But this balancing that you're going through, it's like you know how to be supportive. You're learning what support is. So trust. I am safe. I am secure. In love I trust. My faith endures. You might want to watch I think it's pile 2. Then we have your commitment is being tested, first quarter moon. And express your love through gifts. Giving a small token to someone expresses your love to them. So know that you are the warrior, and the acts that you do for other people, your ambition, the way that you show up, your bold action, it benefits all, you know? So you are being tested at this time. Trust that there will be an offer. So that's 2 offers here. He's handing her a pearl, and this person's reaching out to give an offer as well. So like I said, there's going to be help, but you are being tested. Do you trust your intuition, or are you going to lean into feeling insecure, right? So get grounded about what your intuition is telling you. Lean into your Christ consciousness, that Prince of Peace, okay? Lean into your third eye. Balance that with your heart, you know? Your masculine, your feminine energies as well. Like, just get balanced overall. Everything's going to work out in your favor. You're doing great, sweetie. I'm going to roll the dice. Think of a question. Pause the video if you need more time. It could be any question. It could be unrelated. It could be related. Take a deep breath. So they're saying happening now. So whatever you asked, it's time to rely on your ambition and know that it's going to work. You are balanced. It's time to take action. It's already happening. Maybe the work that you've already put in is also paying off. So just know that it's already happening. This offer on its way. You shining bright like the diamond that you are. So your chakras, you are aligned. You are balanced. You're ready. And I'm also hearing you're pretty. So I don't know, somebody need to hear that. But thank you, pile 3. This was some yummy energies. Like, felt like I felt like I drank coffee, like a boost of energy. You have really beautiful, wonderful energy, pile 3. And they're stressing, if you're still listening, pile 3, they're still stressing, make yourself known. So you are the warrior, you know, you represent something really powerful to spirit, and they're always going to use you as like a representation of, you know, what it is, their agenda, spirit's agenda, right? You're always going to be the little mascot. So shine, I want to say, make yourself known. Okay, Chayli, am I saying your name right? Cool. Let's get into this. What is your question, dear? Hopefully you can hear me. It might be a little lagged, but I'll wait. And And I received your payment. General love. Okay, cool. Let's get into it. Okay. Let me know, is there yes, I'm happy you caught me too. And thank you. I appreciate you donating to the channel and being here. It does mean a lot to me. I was gonna ask you, is there someone new in the picture? Let me know. So, Jaylee, you're gonna have something to celebrate, and I like literally grabbed my chest, and then as I looked up, I read your response. So you're gonna have something very, like, I want to say important to celebrate very soon. So you have to come back and let me know what happens. So make sure you're celebrating yourself to call this in. Like, you know, go on a date or make yourself a nice meal. Like, treat yourself to something to call this energy in. So we have the Fool twice. For me, it's like there's we're gonna get into, there's gonna be some soul development that's gonna be happening, like some spiritual work that you're doing for just soul growth generally, whatever journey you feel that you're on. That is going to be happening in the background, you know. But the more like upcoming thing is that you're starting like a whole new chapter, like a whole new, not even a whole new chapter, it's like a new book. So and during this beginning phase, so you might have to release like the feeling of feeling out in the cold, especially when it comes to love. So we have the orphan. So this is the soul work, right? That's happening in the background, right? To this celebration energy that's coming in. Yes. So you're going to be laying down these burdens. And the difficult but freeing part is when you realize that you don't have to be a victim or a beggar to love. And getting to that point, now I'm speaking from personal experience, getting to that point is sometimes difficult, but when you stop being the orphan and remind yourself of your blessings, right? The beggar, you remind yourself of your blessings, it brings in the lesson, it closes out the cycle, and then we have the ring here. So what do we use rings for? We use them for marriages. We use them to symbolize really beautiful things. Some people use them as little protection amulets and things like this. So I want to say there's some new, it's like more than just clarity. It's like a new way of living that's coming for you, where you're just going to be more playful and not feel like this orphan anymore. So make sure you're filling up your wounds at this time. And I think it's because it's Cancer season. This is a common energy. You're not alone. I think that's another thing, is that we start to feel like we're alone. You're not alone. This is a collective thing. And just continue to fill your wounds. The feeling of feeling left out or missing out on something. And once you raise your like, I'm hearing vibration. I don't like to like say it like that, but you rise into your Christ consciousness, you know, knowing that everything's going to be okay, being that optimist. People call it toxic positivity, you know, whatever it is. You're actually going to shift into this energy of like, I'm leaving this behind. I'm not taking this burden with me. I'm going to be a child again. I'm going to be playful. I'm going to be my healed child self, right? And this is going to make you very, very attractive to some sort of celebration, victory, recognition. But it requires you to be very grounded in like this ring celebratory energy. Yes. This is that wounded child energy, that feeling of loneliness, or feeling like I have to beg for love. Am I worthy? Questioning whether you're worthy of love. So there's some, like, you have the Fool here twice. So lean into this healthy inner child energy. Make a play date for yourself, because you are about to release a lot of that feeling. It's going to come. Really nurture yourself at this time. Just know that your independence is what makes you sexy, alluring, attractive. It makes you someone of high value. But if you see here, he's on this horse and people are paying their respect to him. So it's a very attractive energy. So get grounded in that independence. The fact that you have the ring here is just saying, like, for me, like, in time with this healing work, it can happen for you. But right now you're still releasing the burden of that inner wound of feeling like I have to beg for this, I have to earn this. So Spirit is like, how you call this new reality, this new beginning in for yourself, is like, naturally you're this Queen of Cups, very emotional, very intuitive, loving. So it's like, if you're all these things, you're this Queen of Cups, who wouldn't want to be nurtured by this person? You know what I mean? You are not the problem here. It's clearly not you. You are not the orphaned, Yeah. And independence doesn't always mean that you have to be lonely. There's like a song, Trust My Lonely. And there's another song by Chloe and Halle. I don't know why I keep thinking of their album during this reading, but you don't have to be alone. Or you don't have to be alone while you're lonely. It's something like this. So if you want to check those songs out, I can't remember the titles, but so Spirit is just saying, be patient. You're really working on, I'm hearing like mother wounds common during Cancer season. So you're not alone. I just want to keep stressing that. There's a lot of soul evolution that's happening for you, and your intuition is correct. So if you think you're going to get married, you think you're about to get that ring, you're not wrong. I want to say that. You're not wrong. So just continue to ground yourself in the energy of like, I can be victorious even in this moment, even in my independence. Oh, you're 48% water. Yes. So use this Cancer season to really tap in with your cycles even. Make sure you're paying attention. Like, are you ovulating? Are you, like, pay attention to your cycle and how that affects your moods, your energy, especially if you're starting to go into an energy of feeling orphaned, which is just not true. It's not true. You're very lovable, very attractive. So continue to ground yourself in that reality and not the energy of lack, right? But I want to read this ring card for you. If I can find it. Okay. So the infinite, the wheel, the connection. The ring is an image of connectedness. Rather than viewing life as linear, as a series of progressive achievements, the ring challenges us to sense the cynical, infinite nature of our world and experiences. Beginnings and endings fall by the wayside as we practice seeing ourselves as part of the cosmic circularity of creation. For this reason, it's no surprise a ring is worn on the finger to represent eternal love that surpasses space, time, and worldly things. So much can be projected onto the archetypical image because it mimics the Earth's orbit around the great sun and the intimate bond between two lovers. It is the micro and macro united. This card calls us to deepen connection with self, other, and the world at large. Meanwhile, there may be a literal ring waiting to adorn your finger. So when it's in its light side, it's connectedness, humility, and sacred cycles. So yes, check your cycle, like track your period, things like this. So yeah, I just feel like you want a ring, sis? That's coming. Are you worthy of it? Absolutely. Does it take time? Absolutely. I think that you're just learning to heal this inner child so it can feel free and feel like I don't have to beg for this. I won't beg for this, you know? So, yeah, this is really pretty. I like this card. And yeah, connectedness. So just know, like, even if you're sitting in a park alone, we're all very connected. Observe the love around you, you know? Let that be the message from the universe, that it exists, that it's coming, and feel that love within yourself, I want to say too. This is a good message. I like this message. So I hope that was helpful. Yeah, thank you. I feel like I needed to hear that. It's really good. All right, I'm going to move on to pile 4. Like, that could be a whole separate pile. That's nice. All right. Pile 4. Alrighty. Let's see. Pile 4. General messages. General messages from your angels, ancestors, and guides. Let's thank them for being here. And yeah, thank them for the clarity, for the insights. And also, if this shuffling annoys you, if you're watching when I'm no longer live, just skip ahead. Sometimes it takes me a second to get organized. I kept seeing this when I was shuffling. So the Starborn, your natal chart is very important. Know that you have a specific destiny, pile 4. You are destined for something. And this has been a consistent message throughout all of these piles, is that, and I guess I need to accept this as well because it's like hard to say, I guess. I don't know. But embodiment is more important than understanding yourself, because you will see through your own actions, through the response of other people, who you are when you behave in the way that you are, you know? Like how people say we're different when no one's watching, right? Things like this. It's like, it's more important to show up fully and shine than it is to understand the inner workings. That's how I'm hearing it. We're going to get into it. Maybe that's just specific to you. Maybe you're too over-focused on trying to like rationalize why I do this, why I do this. I heard mechanical, like it's a little too mechanical. And we're free spirits, you know? Even if you're destined for something, you're free, you have free will. If you believe this. Or at least that's how we should, you know, behave, I guess. In the moment, present, being present. Pile 4. And make sure that you're surrounding yourself with people who have similar beliefs as you. It will create masks. And that's why I'm saying embodiment is really important, because if you're acting out of, I heard rage, but also if you're acting out of a false mask, that's who you are. Even if it's not who you really are, that's who you are. You are someone who's willing to put up a mask and put up a front, right? So I want to say, Pal 4, you are removing some masks that do not serve you. I think it's to appease people who want to take your energy. You are trying to maintain a connection or connections that are meant to be destroyed. They're not meant to be upheld. So you're breaking a cycle, Pal 4. Because you're the starborn. So whatever you, as a child, felt drawn towards, that's your authentic self. That's who you are in reality. And maybe watch Pile 4 before you listen to this, if you feel called to. So someone might be an actor, into the drama, starlight, you know, a star in your own right, in your own world. Let's go ahead and read the mask card. So the persona, the performance, the reveal. We often think of the mask as something that conceals our identity, yet contemplate the possibility that the mask permits our true identity to be revealed. It allows the mask to give voice to that which was previously rejected. When this card appears, enact the side of you that is seeking expression, yet never given a role to play on your stage of life. You are the realm of theater, so anything is possible. You are in the realm of theater, so anything is possible. Speak with the other voice, embody the other limbs. You are taking part in a ritual of expanding the self. There may be mischief and deception around, and others may be trying on new masks too. No one is sure who is who. It's likely you've become so attached to a single mask that you need to fall face forward into perception bending time. Trust it. So when it's light, it reveals what has been suppressed. When it's dark, it further confuses, I almost said. It further conceals what is rejected. And then so we have the destroyer. is it? All right, well, it's not popping up, but I think I can read it. I can get what Spirit's trying to say here. So yeah, you are releasing some false masks that conceal what was rejected. Here are the two cards. And I kind of like their perspective on the mask too. I like that she's saying it is an opportunity to explore those bits that have been rejected as well, pile 4. So continue either destroying the limitations or the things that were rejected with good reason. I'm actually reading this book, The Power of Fantasy, where our dreams come from and how they can shape or harm us. So just know that when we are subliminally programmed to hide these certain aspects of ourselves, that can create a fantasy that uplifts you or destroys you. So that's important to know as well. And what masks are worth indulging that create more freedom, and what masks are blocking us from seeing who we are. And I want to say that you're kind of at a turning point where you're going to have to pick a side. You're going to have to pick, do I want to hold on to the hurt? Do I want to try on a new mask? Do I want to be myself? So you're going to be given that opportunity very soon. I want to say it's not going to be optional. So something is going to be destroyed. So this should be a liberating process. So do be brave during this period. Lean into your friendships and know that this time is giving you a justice. It's going to give you a karmic balance. So justice isn't, if you study karma, it's not about perfect balance. And that's why the yin yang can be, I think in the grand scheme, yin yang makes sense, right? That perfect 50-50 balance. And like you take the bad with the good and the good with the bad. But in small or even present moments, you'll realize that balance is, it's whatever it's going to be. It doesn't always equate to what you want it or need it to be. So this process of destroying something is meant to feel liberating, and Spirit is asking you to be brave, but I see that you will be. I see that you will come on top in your abundance, in your balanced femininity. I'm even hearing hyper femininity. So it's cool to be nurturing at this time, to speak your truth at this time. Like I said, lean into your friends, especially if you feel like you're doing heavy shadow work. Your familiars, they'll help you. If you have a cat, dog, animals. I'm hearing cooking, like pour some intention into your foods. Oranges would be a good one for sacral healing if you're doing mother healing at this time. Your girlfriends, even if you're a guy, lean into them, especially if you need support to be brave during this time where you feel like you may be releasing, destroying certain concepts, things that you've built. But Spirit is also reassuring you that you're moving into a better time. So it will be a justice. There will be justice. If you were dealing with someone who was verbally aggressive, misleading, played mind games, it's really annoying to say that this was, But I want to say also that situation was maybe due to some of these masks, right? We had to learn about what we're concealing or the roles we choose to play in order to, it could be loved or to, I would say, like, avoid our own plans, avoid our destiny, to not trust in our own destiny. So that was the karma, and the situation around this person had to be destroyed, so you could see through the illusion. So karma can be amazing and great and bring you great rewards and a level up, or karma can also take away. And I want to say you had a moment where maybe you didn't, Spirit didn't take it away, but Spirit was like, can you take this away? Can you get rid of this? And this is what being a warrior of light means, is understanding, navigating the shadows of life, but also being a destroyer of things that do not serve, right? Especially when it's built in heavy illusion or excess, chaos. And this is like Venus and Scorpio. This girl is bathing naked and she's not sure if this guy is real or not, standing there while she showers. So when we're in that heavy chaos or confusion, it can be dangerous. Is the danger real? Is it not? So I think that either there's lots of different scenarios here, but someone either built masks out of fear of danger, or avoids danger using these masks. And it could have been with someone who is mentally manipulative. And this was karma. This was a part of something karmic. So Spirit is just saying that now you are moving on to much better times, but you just don't see that yet. So if this isn't a person, it's like you are learning how to gain mental clarity, mental focus in order to destroy the chaos. And this could be, like I said, something you've concealed about yourself, or maybe chaos that needs to be lived through, something like this. This feels a little bit more general than most of the piles, so I'm doing my best here. I'm doing my best. So just know that there is a lot of change that you're not seeing. You're showing up in some really positive energy regardless. Even if you feel like you're having to destroy an old version, old way, you could be having like an ego death. Either way, even if it doesn't feel like it, you're very solid. This ego death, we have to remember the ego exists within the mind. It's not, it really has nothing to do with our 3D form, expression. I mean, it does, but it's like you can change your mind. You can change your mind at any moment. So just know that as soon as there's this mental clarity comes through, or this person is removed, you could be dealing with some sort of energy vampire. If it's causing you to worry about your stability, this could be a past connection, creating like, I don't even care what comes type of energy, or I just can't care anymore. Spirit is like, well, actually, whatever that was is being destroyed, has been destroyed. You are destroying it. You are leaving it behind, and there are better times ahead, and it's already happening. So remember who you are. Remember who you are. You can change your mind at any time. You can change your perception, and just know that you're very intuitive. So if you know that there's going to be an opportunity on the horizon after you've remembered who you are, embodied some strength and perseverance through the situation, if your intuition is telling you that, then it is correct. That is correct. There is a gift coming in for you. So continue to destroy any bad habits, bad investments, lack of belief in karma. That seems to be a common theme And it's like, you have good energy. You're fine. You are fine. So if it's an ego death, just know like it's an inward process of rebuilding that back up, your mental state back up. And it's less, the mask is less noticeable. I feel like I need to say that for somebody. Like, it's less obvious than you think it is. It's not as obvious. So be grateful for this process and the ability to have control enough to make changes, to rewrite patterns, you know? Be strong to tame toxic habits, emotions, patterns, thoughts, to say no to people, to have healthy boundaries, you know, apply how it applies. This feels very general. I'm gonna get some Oracle cards. So yeah, it's like the Mask and the Destroyer feel like such, like I'm feeling a really intense energy. And then on the bottom we have abundance. But Spirit is like, no. Joy. You know, be playful. You are showing up. Why I'm saying you're showing up in good energy. You're the Empress. Look at her. Abundant. Lounging. Minding her business. Petting her cat. You know what I mean? So I want to say what you're destroying, it's like internal. It's less obvious and it's going to make you happy. So be brave. Be brave. Cut that person off. Stop thinking like that. Keep moving in the direction you're moving in. Because yes, the changes you want to see, you are going to start seeing them. There is some sort of gift coming towards you. We have romance on the bottom of the deck. So just know the ways that you show up for yourself during this time frame are how you're establishing these healthy boundaries. It's how you're rewriting patterns. It's how you know your worth. So don't give in to, especially if this is a person you're dealing with who wears a mask. Don't give in. Venus on the bottom of the deck. So yeah, the Empress is usually ruled by Venus. She's Taurus energy. Be supportive. Make a genuine effort to show you care. So vulnerability, I want to say, is important for you. Yes, show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius. So you might have Aquarius placements. You might be a Cancer, or an air sign. I want to say express your joy. Express your joy. I really don't have much else to say for this pile. I don't know. I feel like I was channeling, but I just didn't know. Like, normally I feel pretty certain about what I'm speaking on. And this feels like I'm supposed to be general. Just keep it general. Okay, so think of a question. I'm going to roll the dice. Pause the video if you need more time. Take a deep breath. It can be related or unrelated. The answer is wait. And it's crazy because I keep reading this card as be supported, not be supportive. So if you put in the work to destroy some old masks in order to show up in your joy, to show up as your full self, I think Spirit is saying, let us support you. Let us support you in your destiny, even if it feels a little chaotic right now. How can we support you? And the way that you can receive said support is to be grateful. Is to be grateful for the immediate things in your reality, and stop falling back into, especially old patterns. And whatever is in your path that you have to dismantle, even if it's within yourself or within your mind, it is meant for, that is a part of the destiny. That is a part of your destiny, having strength, taming the lion. So I want to say, allow people in your world, allow yourself to be supported. Just know that you're not going to be disappointed about your finances at this time or any gifts that you receive. And I want to say your intuition is correct about whatever you think is happening. Things are improving. Your intuition is correct. So wait, be patient. If it's, you needing to show up and be supportive for somebody, showing up in your joy, sharing your light, do so when the time is right. If not, be patient and allow yourself to be supported when the time is right. Either way, embody your joy. Be authentic. Don't conceal. Okay. Part 4. That is where I'm going to leave you. This was fun. Make sure you guys check out our other content. Sharon just uploaded a new vlog. We've been really consistent with the vlogs lately, so have at it. Make sure you check out our old stuff. Old pick a card readings if you need more clarity. And I'm going to get going. I thank you guys for being here, for checking us out. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day, night, evening. Stay true. Stay blessed. Peace out.